Hi guys, it's Teacher Tana and welcome to my VIP Kid Classroom. And normally when you're in my VIP Kid Classroom, I like to give you tips and tricks about the online world and teaching for VIP kids. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm sure you've already noticed that there is a ton of stuff out there right now about the coronavirus and lots of schools have been canceled. And I'm in a really unique position in that I teach online, but I also teach at a brick and mortar school during the day. And so I actually have my feet in both worlds. And something else that's kind of unique to me is that I have been experimenting with online teaching with my brick and mortar students. So I actually have students that I see on a daily basis physically who watch videos of me at nighttime, and then we discuss them in class the following day. So it's a flipped classroom. If you don't really know a lot about that, I don't want to add it to this video because I do want to keep this video as short as I can so you get the resources quickly, because a lot of you are having to make very fast decisions about how to flip your classroom all of a sudden and make it an online facet to it. So, but there's tons of stuff like that on flipped classrooms on YouTube. So please do some research there. I'll probably add a couple links underneath this video too to get you started if that's what you want to do. But I do want to talk about 3 resources that I use all the time in my brick and mortar class that are really helpful. And the first one is Google Classroom. And the really nice thing about Google Classroom, I've been using it for 3 years now. My school officially became a Google school last year, which was really nice because now the student emails are integrated into the program. But Google Classroom is really easy to set up. You can do it on a personal email or on a school email. And you basically give students a code for your classroom, and they are able to access every resource that you put up on there. You can put things, you can put material, you can put due dates, quizzes, assignments, all kinds of things within it. And again, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of how to set up the classroom, but this is a great way for you to flip your class, right? Make it so that it has this online element to it. So again, I do it with my ELD classes, so my language learners, all the way to my AP Psychology class. So there's a range of learners. All learners can do this. You can manually enter students' emails if, for example, you may already be on like a break because of spring break, or you may already have been told that you can't return to school. You can do it that way. But if you are still in school, fingers crossed you still are, you can set this up in class and then actually run them through maybe opening an assignment, submitting an assignment, that kind of thing. I like to link things like Google Forms, Google Slides, all that kind of stuff on there. I will say that Google Forms, you can set up as multiple choice, and that is a good way that I am actually going to use to check on my students. So I'm thinking for my ELD students specifically, I will probably not want to teach new content, unfortunately, because I won't be able to answer the questions like I would in a normal brick and mortar setting. So what I plan to do is give them some reading passages and then have some questions that they need to answer. The questions are going to be automatically graded for me on Google Forms because let's face it, if I'm not at school, I'm at home and I'm a full-time mom when I'm at home. I have 2 kids under 4 and there's no way I'm going to be able to like open up the internet and check everything all day. I'm going to be in full-time mom mode. So I need something to relieve that stress. So I think Google Forms will be a perfect way to give me instant information like which kids are accessing, what are their grades on this, and then I might do something when they come back. Maybe I'll have them write down the stories they remember, or they could even take notes from the story. So I probably won't, they can annotate right onto the documents that I share with them. All of that, how to share documents, how to annotate on them, comment on them, all that. You can find on other YouTube videos. Again, I'm going to try to keep them as concise as possible. Another thing that I really liked using in the last couple of years is Google Sites. So it's different from Classroom. Google Sites is just like a regular website, and I use it for my flipped classroom for AP Psychology. So flipped meaning they watch the videos at home and take notes on it, and then when they get to class, we do the activities. So this way they're not digging into activities at home with some misconceptions. When they get stuck, I'm immediately there ready to help them. So the flipped classroom has really been amazing for me this year, and I've really enjoyed it. And some of the best parts that I've implemented is I can actually put videos in there, and I can, on the top of the page, I've actually separated it by unit, so a student can click the unit, see all the videos, and I put a link for the notes for the videos. I put a link for Google Checks. I actually embed Google Checks on there and have students check their progress along the way, how much they're learning, and any resources that I find them, like I like to provide Quizlets and I provide those on the website too. I think it's a little bit cleaner than Classroom. It's a little bit easier to look at. So for this class in particular, I still have a Google Classroom for them where they submit their assignments, but they go to Google Sites to get all the resources that they need for their assignments. So you can do a hybrid system like that, or you can just move straight to Google Sites, whichever one you want to do. And then the third one is I don't want my ESLs. I had a really difficult year trying to get them to speak in class, and I don't want them to lose that. So I'm considering using Flipgrid, which I've actually used in class, but I'm considering using it in this like hybrid kind of in between that we might be in the next couple of months here in Colorado. And that is to go ahead and sign them up for a Flipgrid, which is also free. And then students can get on there and they can verbally reply. So it's a video recording. There's all kinds of like stipulations and stuff that I put on the students there because sometimes they don't want to see their face. They can put a cartoon over their face. They can blank out the screen. As long as I know who they are, they can actually blur the screen as well. So there's lots of different things that they can play with. But I would say if you still have the luxury of being in your class up to this moment or up to when you're watching this video, start practicing these right away. Upload something into Google Classroom and have kids submit it. That way they can say, oh, I know how to use this. Have them do a Flipgrid response, even if the response is, do you know how to get to Flipgrid? And just have them respond to that. Or if you want to have it a little more streamlined, I think Google Sites is really nice for that as well. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys at least 3 resources that I think will make your life so much easier and will also simplify things because just like me, you're probably not going to be home laying around eating bonbons, although we'd all love to. You're going to have a busy life. You're going to be taking care of your family, which is the most important. And so we need to kind of balance that, right? And our students as well, they're going to be taking care and being a part of their families and doing what's best there. So it can look really different. But I just want to say, don't panic. We're all in this together. We've got it. And I hope that this video helps you in any way. And if it does, feel free to like and subscribe below. Please comment. I would love to offer more resources. I've actually offered my resources to my own school, but I'm happy to answer your questions as well so that you feel some relief and you feel prepared to move into this season without all the anxiety that can be wrapped up in it. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you on the internet.